for you. Look, Will, from the Kids Dig Workshop. You want to go put this together? Give me 5.
Here we go, it's me
Yeah.
and you. Look at all the stuff we do. Going where all the big kids go. Going where we build and grow. I grab my hammer and my paintbrush at the Kids Dig Workshop. Diggy and me, it's up to us at the Kids Dig Workshop. I use my mind, I use my hands at the Kids Dig Workshop. I sing along and have all the plans at the Kids Dig Workshop.
Yeah, we sure will.
Right now?
Uh-huh. Welcome back to the Kids Dig Workshop. So happy to have you here. William, what are we working on today?
A baby thing.
Oh, piggy bank. But what do you want to do first? You want to tell the people thanks for supporting the Kids Dig Workshop, and without them, we wouldn't be able to do these awesome projects? Okay, you like the people? The people are super nice. We thank everybody for the support, and really, honestly, telling a friend is the best thing you can do for us. We're kind of a grassroots operation, and you know, spreading the love for us makes us feel really good, and you know, makes us know that you like our product. So we've got going on here today, William just poured open, is we are going to make a piggy bank, and this is an old-fashioned television set. This is a history lesson, kids. This right here, this is a small version of what a television used to look like. TV used to be 2 foot thick by, like if you had a 16-inch picture, the TV would be 2 foot thick. It was massive. It wasn't the 2-inch thick thing that hangs on the wall nowadays that's, you know, magical and it just has, you know, the channels, 1,000 channels automatically. We had to use these little bunny ear things to, you know, dial in the channels. It was a whole thing. If you were lucky, you had three channels. So as grandma, as grandpa, and your mom and dad, because this is all what we grew up with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna assemble this, and there will be a piece of plastic, piece of plastic right there that you can see through. Oh, thank you. William's got the screws for me. So you can see through the plastic and sit back and watch the money pile up. So we're gonna put the screws right there for right now because we don't need those right yet. So as you unpack your kit, you're gonna have a lot of different pieces. This one with the little half round on the top is the back piece, and that's the biggest piece that we have. We're gonna sit that one right off to the side. This one with the little notch in it, this is the top piece. This one with the hole cut in the front, that is the front right here. That's our piece there. This is the piece of plastic that we're gonna screw in from the back side. We've got 2 sides, and then we've got our bottom piece. And then these pieces are our little antenna pieces. On this one, we're gonna do it a little bit different than we do on a lot of them. The first thing we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna paint this front, the part that has the rounded over edge right here. We're gonna wanna paint this first before we put our piece of plastic onto it. And so if we paint it first, it can dry, and then we don't get any paint on our piece of plastic, so that's the first thing we're gonna do. So now that we've got our front, we're gonna wanna go ahead and paint that. What color do you wanna paint this, buddy? Purple? Okay. By coating this first, before we do the assembly, we're able to cut this edge in real nice so that we don't get any paint on our piece of plastic right here. And so we'll coat this right now, we'll let that dry, and then we'll do the rest of the build and get back to that when it's dry. Clean that brush out, and we'll get back to painting in just a little bit. Okay, now that William's got the front painted up, we're gonna wanna find our back piece, which is the biggest piece with the rounded part, and then this longer piece that has the 4 holes in it. This is our bottom piece. And so we're gonna put glue along the edge of our bottom piece right here, and then that's gonna get fastened into the back right here. Okay, William, so let's put the glue on here. We're gonna spread a nice even coat of glue on there. So then once we got the glue on there, we're gonna take our back, put the nicest side out. We're gonna go ahead and line that up on there, flush on the ends and flush on the bottom.
Not some nails?
Yeah, we need some nails. Okay, now he's got the bottom put on there. Now we've got 2 different side pieces. These are the littler guys that don't have any holes in them whatsoever. We're gonna glue up 2 of the different sides, put that right into there like that, and then nail it off. It's stuck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Wait till you get arm hair and you got glue all stuck up into it, buddy. All right, do this side too, right here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, what is happening? So once we get that lined up nice and flush on the outside, we'll flip it over, put it down, so you can nail into it real nice.
Me? Is it mine? Is it me?
Yep, it's you.
Okay.
One more time. One more. Good job. Okay, William's got that side nailed off. Glue this one up and do the same thing. Board right here for me. I need your help. You hold that right there. Okay, so now we've got that all nailed up. On our work table, I'll just take this and sit it because we've got this little rounded edge right here. So you kind of need to sit it on something in order to be able to put these bottom nails in. Line them up nice and flush and pound them in. So when you take your top and you've got your bunny ear, we're gonna wanna slide that over just about to the point where it's not quite being covered. And so the money has to have enough space to get down through there. So just slide that over. Once we slide that over and get it exactly where we want it to be, we're gonna pull the top out. And with our super sharp pencil that we had, we're gonna go ahead and just mark that right where that is, right here. Wait, will you mark it right there for me? A little bit more right there, just like you did, but a little bit more. Good job. Okay, so we've got our marks right there. We're gonna put a little bit of glue on the back side here, and then we'll nail that on there. So essentially, once we nail this on, the top's gonna slide right down into there real nice and tight like. So we've got our glue on our little rabbit ear piece, and then we're gonna set it right down real nice and carefully where our pencil lines are. Once we get one nail in, we'll take our top, we'll slide it down in there, so we make sure that we've got enough room for it, and then we'll put the second nail in. Okay, good job, William. Once we get one nail in, we'll take our top, we'll slide it down in there, so we make sure that we've got enough room for it, and then we'll put the second nail in. And then we'll do the same thing on this other side. We'll take our piece, we'll put the top on, we'll slide that over, make sure that we've got enough room for the quarter to be able to fall down in there, and then we'll glue it and nail it up. So now that we've got this like this, we're gonna sit this off to the side for a second, and we're gonna put our piece of plastic on the back side of our previously painted front. So our piece of plastic has a hole in each corner, and it's got a little piece of protective film on it. So I want to go ahead and pull that film off. You want to pull that off? Now we've got our plastic film taken off of our piece of plexiglass here. We'll take our front that we previously painted. We're going to want to line those holes up real nice so that there's holes in here and there's holes in there. There's a few different ways they could line up, so just kind of flip it around and make sure you get it just exactly the right way. Okay, now we've got our piece of plexiglass screwed onto the back. So obviously this is gonna be the bottom edge, and it's gonna sit under there right like that. So we'll glue this up real nice, and we'll put that on. Oh yeah, that's sticking to your hand, that's funny. This is one of our more difficult builds. This one has multiple screws in it, and then it's got a couple of screws for the top. We have to align this right here. So this is a little bit more of a higher difficulty level. Hey, William. So we've got our glue spread on there. William's gonna start working on putting the nails in. There's gonna be 6 of them to nail this off.
Look at that. big he is. I always say, look at that big he is.
Nice job, Will.
Wow, great job. I got a phone call, and then I come back, and he's got the whole daggone thing put together. Good job, buddy. So now what do you want to do? Do you want to paint it? Oh wait, we got to put the top on. We got to put the top on. So our last step, now that we've got our box all put together, is we slide this top in real nice and snug like. We want to make sure that we line it up so that the slot for the money. Yep. We gotta make sure we line it up real nice so that the slot for the money is open. So as the coin rolls down the channel that we've got here, the money's gonna go right into our piggy bank. And that's what we want to do. And then we're gonna put 2 screws right here. We want to make sure we screw off this top so that we can open it back up and get the fortune that's gonna be in there out later.
Hey, I know what I was thinking.
What?
About we mix them up and it would make this style. How's that?
That sounds like a great idea. Which 2 colors are we gonna mix together to make that one?
We have to use this one and this one.
Okay, we can do that. William wants to mix those colors together.
Here we go, it's so much fun. We won't stop till it's all done.
As we paint these slots, we're going to want to make sure we don't get too much paint in there because we don't want it to affect how the money rolls down the channel.
Piece by piece and note by note. Well, I grabbed my hammer and my paintbrush that the kids did.
So we've got our paint job on. Will's pretty much done painting. Like to go through and put a nice fresh coat on the front once it's all put together. It covers over the nails and any little scratches that we might have got on it while we were pounding on it. So this is our old-fashioned TV-looking piggy bank, and you can sit back and watch the money pile up. Will's gonna go ahead and put some money into his piggy bank. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by and seeing what we're doing today at the Kids Dig Workshop. Follow us on Facebook, post your photos, kind of support the team. You know, we're trying to build a community here, and all the help we get from everybody really means a lot. And so go on the website and see we're kind of constantly updating it, and we're offering some different skill level builds. We've got stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. This would be a stage 3 build. It's got screws and a little bit more complicated assembly, but just like you see Will doing, he can make it look pretty easy. So we can't wait to see you next time, and thanks for joining us at the Kids Dig Workshop.
Hey, then you take this inside.
What are you gonna do with all this money? What, you were gonna put it in your bank? What are you saving for?
I want to put some in the other money.
What are you saving up for? Are you gonna buy something for Nin or Grammy or Mommy or Brother?
Oh yeah.
Lulu?
No, I'm going to buy some tea for you.
This kid's awesome.